Okay. All right, so today we're looking at grouping symbols. So let's see. Oh, perfect. So I've got a page open. All right, 4-7 is grouping symbols. All right, let me get this lined up here. I'm gonna. Not too dark. All right, there we go. Can you guys see your papers okay? All right, so we are talking grouping symbols today. So our goal is always going to be the same thing. I always want to get the variable by itself at the end, always, right? So we'll even add that. Still want variable alone. Oh man. Hold on, let me try. There we go. There we go. All right. So for example, let's take a look at one. With these, you actually kind of get an option what you want to do. So you might have something like this. 2 times x plus 7 equals, I don't know, 10, let's say. You have an option of how you want to handle this particular one. What do you want to do first? Yeah, so many kids want to distribute that too. And that is a perfectly fine first thing to do. So you can distribute. If you distribute, that would get you 2x plus 14, right? Equals 10. And now you're going to solve it just like you've been solving equations all week. So from here, so what would I do? 14. Minus the 14.
Minus 14, that's -4.
It is.
-4.
Yep.
And then 5 by 2.
Yeah. Yes. We're knocking it out of the park. So that is one perfectly fine option. And lots of times that's exactly what you're going to do because you see that and you automatically think distribute. I do want to show you that there is an alternative. I'm going to do the same exact problem, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently. Remember that when we were talking about, okay, well, what do you undo first for order of operations? Remember how we undo, add, subtract, then multiply, divide, then exponents, then the last thing I undo is actually parentheses? Remember that? So since I do have a set of parentheses, maybe I don't want to undo them right away. So if you distribute, then the parentheses goes away. So another option, and you don't have to do it this way, but if you want to, you can. I could actually leave the parentheses alone for a second, and I could get rid of that 2. So I could divide both sides by 2 if I wanted. And then look at what happens. I get x plus 7 equals 10 divided by 2 is 5. And now all I have to do is minus 7 from both sides. You will notice I end up with the exact same answer. 5 minus 7 is still a -2. So I got the same answer. They take about the same amount of time. So it's really just personal preference, which way you want to go. They're both fine. I think most of you are going to distribute just because you're just so used to distributing. And that's fine. Some problems require you to distribute not once, but twice. What? Let me show you one. Sometimes you must distribute multiple times. Bless you. Let me find a good one on here. Ooh, that one's pretty good. Let's try that. Say you had this problem. Double checking that I copied it right, and I did. Okay. All right, this one I have to distribute, and I have to distribute not once, but twice. So we're just gonna go piece by piece. You ready? So let's distribute the first one. What do I get when I multiply 5 into x minus 4? You distribute that through, what comes out?
5x minus 20.
You got it, 5x minus 20. Right, because I gotta, oh, you know what? I use my color. I do 5 times that and 5 times that. All right, perfect. But then I keep going, right? I have a +2. And now I'm gonna have to do it again on the other side. So what do I get when I distribute that 2?
2x plus 4.
Yes, 2x plus 4. And then I still have that minus 4. So actually, you know what? Let's do some step-by-steps on the side. Step 1, distribute. Step 2, we're actually, see how on, like, look right here. Say I have a +4 and a -4. They're just gonna cancel each other out. So what I need to do is I need to just look at the left-hand side and look at the right-hand side and just see if there's any like terms that need to be combined. So step 2 will be just combine like terms on each side. If there are any, sometimes there aren't any, and then you get to skip that. But if I look over at the left-hand side, can't I do -20 and a +2? Can I put those two together? What do you get when you have a -2 and a, I'm sorry, -20 and a +2? What does that become?
18.
-18. So that left-hand side, right? These two things are going to combine together to make 5x and then a -18 right there. And then we already mentioned on the right-hand side, I do have these two that are the same, a +4 and a -4. And it just so happens that +4 and -4 is just 0, right? So they just cancel each other out. So the only thing left on the right-hand side is just a 2x. I don't have to write +0. I don't need it, right? If it was any other number, of course I'd write it, but here I don't. And now, I don't know if you can tell, but now this is a problem, basically just like you did yesterday. I've got variables on both sides. I just need to get them together and then go from there. So what would the smart thing to do be? My next step, Maddie, go ahead. Yeah, so how? So you can minus the 2x from both sides, but I would go the other way. Here's the thing, if you,
Oh, wait, no, plus 18.
you don't have to bother with that. You're right, that you want to get the x's together. I just would do this. I would minus 5x from both sides. Even though I know that's going to make me have a negative x over here. But if you take away the 2x, then there's literally nothing left on the right-hand side.
Well, I want my dollar back.
Anywho, now we're here. So take a look at what happens now. The 5x, they cancel each other out. I still have a negative 18. And then what's 2x minus 5x? Negative 3x, exactly. And now I only have one step left and I'm finally done. What do? Divide by negative 3. And then negative 18 over negative 3 is just what? Positive 6. Good. So yes, these problems can get lengthy. Let's try another one. Oh, wait. Distribute, combine like terms, and then once you have then you're just going to solve as usual. Because now, once you've done that, it basically turns into a problem that we've seen before. Is this okay so far? Maybe? All right, let me give you another one to try. And then I might have to flip the page, but I think I can squeeze one more in right here. Let's do. Sorry, I'm deciding which one. I'll do that one. Okay. All right, so we're trying this here. 13 equals 3x minus 2 times, in parentheses, negative 5 plus g. If you want to move up, you can, if it's easier. You know what, I'll zoom in because I don't know if you're probably not going to use that. I was trying to have the example and the new problem up at the same time, but you all have it on your paper. So I'm probably not gonna do it. Oh, I went the wrong way. Sorry. Okay, so someone tell me what to do first.
You would do two parentheses first.
I want to distribute first. So
-2.
Yeah. exactly, that's exactly what I was going to say. You want to treat that like a -2. Okay, so we're going to distribute a -2 to the -5 and to the positive g. So that will be my first step, the whole -2. Right? So -2 times -5 and a -2 times g. So I'll have 13 equals 3x. What's -2 times -5? Positive 10. And then I do -2 times g. What's that? -2g. Oh, why did I put a g? It was supposed to be an x. I'm so sorry. I think because I copied it from the thing and it had a G, but I meant it to have an X. Sorry. So that should be a -2x. Okay, so step 1 is done. We distributed, got it. Step 2 now says combine like terms on each side. There is nothing to do on the left-hand side, so that just stays 13. But look at the right-hand side. Aren't there some like terms that you can combine? Who can you put together over here? On the right-hand side, who comes together? The 3x and the -2x, right? Because they're like terms. They both have an x on them. So what is 3x minus 2x? one X or just X, right? So I have X and then I still have that plus 10. And now it's not so bad, right? Now I just have one little thing left to do and I'm done, which is
3, x equals 3.
I'm gonna minus 10 from both sides, and that is how I will end up at 3. You are correct. 13 minus 10 is 3. Oh, sorry. And there it is. Okay, so these can be tricky. We're gonna practice more with them tomorrow. And your test is not going to be Monday. I am gonna do it Tuesday. Yeah, so tomorrow and Monday will just be practicing, because these are tricky and you need some time to sort of work with these. So let me give you your homework now so you can get a jump start on that. Tomorrow we will practice more. I kind of liked having you guys come up at the board 2 at a time. I might do that tomorrow too. Because I can actually see what you're doing. Alright, so I'm here. Let's do how about just 1 through 8? That's it, just the first 8. 1 through 8, that's it. That's it, 1 through 8. Each one kind of takes a while. So. You're welcome. Okay, give me a sec. I'll put this on Jupyter for you.